What's happening, Swifties? Figured now was a good time for me to review the Taylor Swift fragrances, which I got because my wife and her identical twin sister are huge Taylor Swift fans. So like you, they're excited, I think, at the release of the new album tonight. Well, tonight when this is being recorded. So I'm going to go through the fragrances that I have, all 5 of them, from Taylor Swift, and if I can find links to them, I'll put those down below. They are kind of hard to find at this point because they're all discontinued as far as I'm aware, but 2 of them, the 2 strongest, I think you can actually still get without too much hassle, though you'll have to spend a little bit more, but it's all right. So stay tuned. So first up was released from 2011, and that is Wonderstruck by Taylor Swift. Wonderstruck is named after the lyrics from the song Enchanted. Quote, "I'm wonderstruck blushing all the way home," which tells about the feeling and the impression you get when you first meet someone you like. Taylor hopes that her fragrance will be an essential part of many impressions and first meetings. The notes in this are raspberry, blackberry, tea, apple blossom, freesia, vanilla, honeysuckle, hibiscus, peach, sandalwood, amber, and musk. So, I wasn't able to get a full-size bottle. Looks like this is a 15 ml bottle that I've got here, which is more than I'm sure I'll ever need. But the fragrance itself, this one I remember liking it. I think it's like my 3rd favorite from the line. Yeah, this is a totally pleasant. It's very youthful. It's very sweet. Like it has all those berries in it. So yeah, this is a good first impression fragrance. It's I think in 2011 it probably would be a little bit more memorable than now. I feel like there's a lot of fragrances that are doing something similar to this, but it's wholly likable. There's nothing off-putting about it. It's very clean, very juicy. Yeah, you know what? This is good actually. This is I like this quite a bit. Honestly, the 3 there's 2 fragrances that I'm kind of meh about, and 3 that I all like pretty equally. I think this is in there. This one has grown on me the more that I've smelled it. This is the 3rd time or something like that I've smelled it. I like this one a lot. It's very soft and inviting. So a year after Wonderstruck came out, came Wonderstruck Enchanted. This one I was not able to get a full-size bottle of. I can only find a little baby cute sample of it, but the juice in it is the same, so I'll spray it on there, and while that dries, I'll read you what it has to say. Wonderstruck Enchanted is the next chapter in the story of my Wonderstruck fragrance. Wonderstruck is about that moment when you instantly feel a connection to someone, but there's that feeling of being completely enamored. Enchanted when you know a little bit more about that someone and still feel that strong connection. So this one is a little bit different. This one is wild berries, passion fruit, poppy, sugar, champaca, peony, freesia, vanilla, woody notes, and white musk. This one for me is, this is the one that I'm okay not having a full-size bottle of. It was an interesting idea to take it in, but I feel like the wild berries in this kind of come across like medicine. So while there is kind of the soft creaminess that you get from the musks and the vanilla, it's kind of sitting on top of this like cough syrupy sort of berry medicinalness to it. If cough syrup didn't have this, it would be a very nice smelling note. I mean, I feel like it's accurate. It feels like that mix of wild berries, but kind of leaves it feeling like a doctor's office a little bit. So not the best impression, I think. This one's okay to be discontinued. So a year after Wonderstruck Enchanted in 2013, they completely departed and Taylor went in a new direction entirely. Came out with Taylor by Taylor Swift. Don't know if this is going to focus, but I'm going to cut away anyway, so it doesn't matter. Taylor is a sweet, fruity floral fragrance with a woody base. It opens with alluring aromas of lychee, tangerine, magnolia petals with peony, hydrangea, and a vanilla orchid in the heart, and a base of sandalwood, apricot nectar, cashmere musk, and soft woods. The notes for this are lychee, tangerine, magnolia petals, vanilla orchid, peony, hordensia, apricot, sandalwood, cashmere musk, and woody notes. This is one of the better ones, I think, and this is actually one of the ones that's easier to find. I would say this is like second easiest to find. At this point, I'll link below. The one I found is a tester, so you don't get the cap, but you get the whole juice. It's the same bottle. Comes completely full. Whoa. So it comes completely full. It's a tester. It's like $26 or something like that. This is a very beautiful fragrance. It's a lot softer than the first two. It's not quite as sweet as Wonderstruck and Enchanted. This one's a little bit more refined, a little bit more dialed in. I feel like it matches as she was growing a little bit. This is not quite as youthful as the other ones. Perhaps it's a little bit more elegant. So there's kind of a soft creaminess to this one. This is very alluring. The lychee for me, I'm a sucker for lychee. I like that this is a fruity fragrance, which is, I think, usually an indicative sign that it's still a little bit more youthful. Floral seems to be kind of the thing that takes over as a woman's tastes mature, but this is beautiful, honestly. It's a good mixture of the two, but it's still a little bit more fruity. Very nice. All right, next up is a mixed bag. We have, it's a flanker to Taylor by Taylor Swift. This one has a fun name. It's a Taylor by Taylor Swift made of Starlight. And actually this one, technically based on the label for me, is made of Starlight Musically Edition, which I think came in like a music box, though I got a tester, so no cap on this baby. The cap is the same as the other one though, it just doesn't have the pearls around the base of it, but yeah, it's got kind of a cool design on top, and you can see Taylor Swift written up there. So, what they have to say here, Taylor by Taylor Swift made of Starlight offers an impressive blend of fresh fruit and delicate floral notes accompanied by soft wood. Top notes of the composition provide a cheerful blend of apricot and exotic passion fruit, refreshed with green mandarin leaves. The heart of the composition produces floral union of osmanthus, sweet honeysuckle, orange blossom resting on a base of musk, peach, and precious wood. So this one came out in 2014. I will say this was the hardest one for me to find. I actually had to order this off of eBay as a tester, but being the hardest one to find is okay, because this is another one where it's fine, but I wouldn't recommend people go out and buy this one. This one, to me, they went a little bit heavy on that orange blossom and the white musks, so it comes across a little bit shampoo-y. This one, it's a little bit like Pantene Pro V or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like if you smelled Pantene Pro V, it's very similar to this. It comes across very soapy and clean. I mean, it's a very pleasant fragrance, but at the end of the day, if you're buying something, you want it to smell like more than just shampoo, which is what this, I feel like, smells like now. This wouldn't really work anymore. Kind of a bummer, but perfectly clean. If the idea of super fresh and clean soapy is your jam, then you would love this. Though there's stuff that is still made today, I feel like that does that better than this. So I should have been giving recommendations, but I will say, if you're looking for an alternative to this one, something that's soapy and fresh, I've talked about it in other videos and on my Instagram, but the Maison Alhambra clone of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, or just Neroli Portofino itself from Tom Ford, anything along those lines, absolutely gorgeous. I think you can still get bottles of the Porto Neroli, I think is what the clone is called. It doesn't smell like this, but it has the same kind of vibe with the soapiness. So if that sounds good to you, try that one out. Yeah, I think this one, as it dries down, the soapiness chills out a little bit, and it just becomes a soft, like floral, creamy floral one. But I would say the Taylor by Taylor Swift is a better version of that, and it's still easier to find. So just get a bottle of that. Avoid the dry down issue. Finally, rounding it out is another one where I could only get a smaller size bottle of it. Harder to find, though. You can still, apparently I just found tester versions of the full size bottles. They come without a cap, but it's Incredible Things by Taylor Swift. This one came out in 2014. The perfume is announced as a combination of velvety petals and creamy woods wrapped in a delicate veil of vanilla and musk. It opens with a sparkling accord of pink pepper and grapefruit. The heart of the composition features floral tones of vanilla orchid, wild passion flower, and suede flower. White amber, creamy musk, and vanilla from Madagascar and vetiver from Haiti form the base of the perfume. This one, because I just have a roller ball here, I'm just gonna put it on skin. This one is, I like this one a lot actually. This is vying for the top spot. If you would have told me that coconut is in this, I would have believed you. It's a very creamy, very soft, almost kind of sun lotiony vibe. Like, this is a great beach fragrance. To me, that's what this one is. This is a very holiday, summery fragrance. Incredible Things. I always get mixed up with Invisible String, so whenever I see Incredible Things, I think Invisible String in my head. And my wife has told me several times what Incredible Thing is from, and I forgot. So that's gonna be your job. Comment in the comments and tell me what all this stuff means, because my wife has told me, but I forgot. So you Swifties know the connection, all this one. What is the Maid of Starlight? That's something, right? I mean, everything she does has a purpose, right? So what is that? Okay, sorry. Get back to Incredible Things. It's a very sweet, soft, white fragrance. And I say white, that's kind of the thing to evoke, is it's like a milky, it's not sharp at all. It's very soft, smooth, rounded fragrance. This would be great for on a beach. Like, if you're on a beach, your skin warms up, you're gonna smell this. It's gonna be a very pleasant thing. So this one and Taylor by Taylor Swift, which are the two easiest ones to get still, I would say they're worth picking up. I think this one is like $50 for a 50 ml bottle. I don't know if that's worth it. I feel like there are, again, good options for other things you can get out there. Hey, Editor Joe here popping in, because I gotta say, as I wore Incredible Things last night during the dry down, it shocked me how similar it is to a clone I have of a fragrance. It's a clone of Angel Share by Kilian. The clone is called Kamra, which is pretty popular in the fragrance community. If you're not in it, you may not know about it. I'll throw a picture of it up here. The thing that stunned me was the dry down is extremely similar, and I wanted so desperately to see if I could figure out who the perfumer was for Angel Share, and to see if it's the same as the one for Incredible Things. Unfortunately, I can't figure out who the perfumer is for Incredible Things, so I can't confirm my conspiracy theory. That being said, these two smell very similar. So if you were a diehard of Incredible Things back in the day and you have been mourning that you can't get it, you can either grab a bottle of Angel Share or pick up a bottle of Kamra, which I will try and find a link to in the comments or in the description below. By the way, all the links, none of these are affiliate. I'm not that important, so none of these are affiliate links. These are just links where I have found the fragrances. So it's just out of the goodness of my heart. I don't get anything for it. So anyway, thank you for this thank you for sitting through this little interjection. Back to the video. So if you are interested in that, if you would like some alternate suggestions, let me know in the comments. I can provide them. But yeah, this one's really nice. I like this a lot. I think this one is the best, maybe tied with Taylor by Taylor Swift. I'm such a sucker for lychee. So let's say Taylor by Taylor Swift, which lucky enough is also the easiest one to get, and it's also the cheapest, is the best one, followed by Incredible Things, followed by Wonderstruck, followed by Taylor Made of Starlight, and then rounding it out with Wonderstruck Enchanted at the very bottom, unfortunately, because it smells a little bit like cough syrup. Very excited about all this stuff. I know you're excited about the release of a new album and exploring that and finding all the new secrets that Taylor has left in those. If there's anything connecting to Speak Now in any of the fragrances that I referenced, please let me know in the comments, and talk to you there. Thanks, bye. Alright, as a special bonus for you Swifties, I figured you might be interested. I have Kim Kardashian's Pure Honey. The notes on this one are freesia, mandarin blossom, red rose, beeswax, honey, honeysuckle, orchid, coconut, vanilla, and musk. And for any Zaharoff fans out there, you might be interested in knowing that this is actually perfumed by Claudier, who is the perfumer for Zaharoff. So this fragrance, as the notes might suggest, is a very floral honey fragrance. It literally just smells like honey and a floral backing underneath it. It's not incredibly complex. For you Swifties, I think it does better than the two fragrances that I didn't really like that much, but it's not better than any of the 3 Taylor Swift fragrances that I am a fan of. So if you're looking for something that is honey, but doesn't have any kind of the animalic tones that you get from beeswax, the kind of little funk there, this is kind of a clean, florally honey. So it's very sweet, doesn't seem very cloying, doesn't seem very sticky, just seems like a very sweet, clean, floral fragrance. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.